Welcome to the Estrangement Project. Today we're talking about what you keep doing after you stop speaking to a parent, which is deciding who gets told and how much, keeping your answers straight for years, and skipping the functions where it would come up, and nobody around you knows you're doing any of it. You keep a sentence ready for the break room. Somebody asks what you're doing for Thanksgiving and you say it without thinking. We're not really close, and then she tells you about the drive to her sister's and how bad the traffic gets past exit 9, and that's the end of it. You didn't always have that sentence. It took a couple of years to get to, and you got there after telling one person the truth, a friend you'd known about a year and figured you could tell, and she didn't say anything for a second and then asked if you wanted to split dessert, and after that you didn't try again. By now, you've got a few of them. There's a short one for coworkers. There's a longer one for people you like but haven't made up your mind about yet. And the whole story goes to maybe 3 people. And you know which one you're using before you finished hearing the question. One woman has used the same one for 11 years and has never once slipped. Same wording, same shrug. And 11 years is a lot of practice to put into a question about your own mother. The planning doesn't stop because every new friendship comes with the same question of when to say something and how much. And there's no taking it back once you've said it. So you say the short one, and then you spend a year or 2 watching her for signs she's decided you're the difficult one. Because that's usually how it goes when it goes badly. She doesn't argue with you. She just changes her mind about you and doesn't tell you. Some people never get told at all. They think you have parents somewhere who you see at Christmas. And once they think that, the story has to stay straight, which means remembering what you said in 2022 about why they weren't at the wedding and saying the same thing again if it ever comes up. You're not lying to anybody exactly. You're keeping track. And keeping track takes attention even when nothing is happening. You also say nothing to spare other people, which surprises them when they find out. You don't bring it up in November when everybody at work is talking about flights home and who's hosting. And you say nothing at the baby shower where somebody's mother is running the whole afternoon and doing a beautiful job of it. You sit there and let it be a nice day for the people whose day it is, and you feel it later. In the car, with the engine running and know where you have to be for 20 minutes. You decided a long time ago that this is a downer and nobody should have to hear it. And you've stuck to that. And it gets lonely. And from the outside, it looks like you're doing fine. Telling somebody usually means dealing with her reaction instead of getting any understanding of the situation. She asks if you've tried reaching out. She says, people change. She says, your mother's getting older and you'll be sorry. And then she says, but she's your mother in a tone that's meant to end the conversation. And it does. So now you're explaining. You're pulling out examples. You're producing evidence at a lunch you didn't plan to spend this way. And none of it changes her mind. Because what she's actually saying is that families stay together and yours didn't, and she liked that fix. So the world makes sense to her again. Most women give up after a few rounds of that and go back to it's complicated, which is easier and ends the subject. People don't see the sentences and they don't see the work behind the scenes. They don't see a woman on a Tuesday afternoon working out whether she can stand 2 hours at a function where everybody will be comparing notes about their mothers, deciding no, and then inventing somewhere else she has to be, so there's no sounds like a scheduling problem instead of a decision. What they see is somebody who isn't there, and they call it cold, or stubborn, or too proud to pick up a phone. The work that came before this was easier for people to see because it involved money. One woman's mother has been on her phone plan since 2016, and neither of them has ever said a word about it. It just renews. Another co-signed a car in 2022. Her mother stopped making the payments 8 months later. and she's been paying the note ever since on a car she's never once driven, while her mother tells relatives that her daughter never does a thing for her. A third pays for a storage unit full of furniture that isn't hers and never was. She's paid it every month since the move. She could cancel it tomorrow with one phone call, and she hasn't, and she can't really tell you why. Nobody called any of that cold. It was just what she did, and people could see it, or they could have, because it was on a bank statement and it was her at the table on a Sunday. Then she stopped, and the same relatives who never once noticed the phone plan noticed the empty chair inside a month. So when one of them tells you that you took the easy way out, look at what she can actually see, which is a woman who stopped coming to things and stopped answering calls. She can't see the rest, because the rest happens at work, or in the car on the way home, or in the second and a half before you answer a question about your holidays. You did not stop working on your family. You stopped doing the part that showed, which was sitting at her table on a Sunday where everybody could watch you arrive. This channel is about family dynamics and relationships, including estrangement, low contact, and no contact. And we don't push anybody toward reconciliation here. There are more of these. Subscribe if you want them.